I've encountered is that there are a lot of times, maybe it's a generational thing, but what I was always taught was if you were a younger professional, go work for a place that's a well-oiled machine, so you learn what it looks like when it's done properly, right? So I got my career start at the Associated in Baltimore, and it was like a good training federation. It was like they gave you a role, they taught me why we do the things that we do and how we do it, and therefore when I would leave from there, I had the kind of the building blocks. I'll be able to take that and go to some place that might require me to be a little bit more entrepreneurial or different because I learned what a good place I saw the example of a good place. I find that it's a lot of people who come to me now for advice are like saying, oh, there's a director of development position, like first job out of for this organization, that organization. I'm like, whoa, relax. Like you'll get to those positions, but go work for a place and see and be one of like 50 employees. Like go learn how they do it, and you'll get so much more out of that. Do you encounter at all like more of like a cultural shift where people want to jump into some of these roles, and when it's like just take an opportunity to go work for someone that's like been doing it for a long time?
The one word answer is yes, or two words, of course, but there's two directions. I'll go back to the example of the federation, which whether it's the UJ Federation in New York or Cleveland or Miami, I call them, they're the Harvard of the Jewish nonprofit for education of
Right.
how to do development.
Right.
They have their way of doing it. Now, if you become a lifer at Federation, God bless you.
Wonderful.
But if you have a good undertaking, an initial, you're working in that world, it'll take you far.
Yeah.
You'll then go to another organization, small or large.
Yep.
The other avenue, and we've worked with $1 million organization. The executive director is polished, he or she has wonderful credentials. He or she's been doing the development, and now they need a director of development just by title.
Right.
They are looking for and willing to train someone. They have to have some experience in development, like I said, the middle office, the back office, some initial contact with potential donors.
Mm-hmm.
But small organizations will afford you sometimes more of a one-on-one, one-on-two experience to really hone in your career.
Yep.
So it's nothing wrong with also working with a smaller organization where there's little no bureaucracy, and you
they're
can really
nimble, you can make decisions
and they
quick.
can take the time to train you in the science of selling.
Yes.
You still have to have that
found,
art.
Yeah, you found more of like a mentorship, of
Right.
an intimacy, where you're able to really have someone who, like, you respect them and say, "Oh, I've got a lot to learn from them." Even if it's not a big bureaucratic institution, you can actually, get more done.
And you spend a few years there, and then your career can then blossom to same size organization or go bigger and bigger. So there's two paths.